Okay, I'd like to open the committee hearing on Senate Bill 20. Will Senator Haymaker please come forward?
Good afternoon. My name is Senator Hallie Haymaker. I represent Senate District 27, including Montana's Golden Triangle, the most productive and prosperous of the state's non-irrigated farming areas. In these dry and tough times, as farmers search for alternatives to traditional grain crops, there is an increased interest in cash hay production. This bill allows us to move our hay faster, farther, with less regulation. A lot of Montana farmers producing hay for the cash market may have no nearby and convenient market at which to sell their product. That is why I have proposed Senate Bill 20. I urge passage of Senate Bill 20, and I reserve the right to close. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Haymaker. Senator Late, welcome to the committee. Are there any proponents?
Madam Chair and members of the committee, I am wholeheartedly in favor of Senate Bill 20.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Thank you for being here, but would you please identify yourself for the record and spell your last name if it's unusual? Thank you.
Sorry, I'm just not used to this legislative business. My name is Carletta Wheat, and I grow alfalfa in the heart of Grassland County. Our acreage devoted to hay has been trending upward over the past 2 years. And hey, it's all about making things work during these dry and desperate times. Please pass the bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other proponents? Any other proponents? Are there any opponents?
Madam Chair, members of the committee, my name is Sam Safetruck. I manufacture the best wide load signs currently on the market, and I make my home in Butte, America. I've been in the wide load transportation and pilot car business for 29 years. We only use and sell the best wide load signs and equipment on the market. If you really want to protect Main Street, Montana, you will kill this bill.
Thank you. Are there any other opponents?
Madam Chair, members of the committee, my name is Speedy Racer. That's Speedy with an I, R-A-C-E-R. I'm an important guy. I got places to go and people to see. These haystack movers are a pain in the... Well, they're a pain when they're out on the road. This bill is nothing but an impediment to me getting down the highway. Do me a favor and kill this bill. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Racer. Are there any other opponents? Are there any informational witnesses?
Madam Chair, members of the committee, my name is Art Hoggett. I'm here as an informational witness representing the Department of Agriculture. Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Hoggett. Are there any questions from the committee?
We regulate signs. Did you know that?
Are there any questions from the committee?
Well, yes, Madam Chair, I have a question. Senator Hallie, doesn't this require a fiscal note?
Excuse me, Senator Rude, you are supposed to direct your questions through the chair.
Oh, well, sorry, Madam Chair. I have a question for Senator Hallie.
Thank you. Senator Hallie?
Madam Chair. Senator Rude, there is not a fiscal note on this bill. It should not impact the budget at all.
Okay, are there any other questions? Oh, Senator McCormick, what's new in the news? Let me remind committee members and members of the audience that these hearings are being recorded. The recordings are the audio minutes, and they are lasting into perpetuity. So if you are doing something like playing on your cell phones, texting, reading newspapers, this will be part of the record that your constituents see back home. Are there any other questions?
Well, Madam Chair, I guess I'd have another question. This one's
Senator
for Mr. Hoskins with the bolo tie from the department.
Mr. Hoggett?
Madam Chair, members of the committee, Art Hoggett, that's Hoggett from the Department of Agriculture.
Yeah, Mr. Hoskins, you said you're here to answer questions, but why isn't the agency taking a position on this bill?
Madam Chair, Senator Rude, the agency felt that the matter of this bill was a policy decision for the legislature. But yes, I am here to answer questions about the bill.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hoskins. I'm a little confused, Madam Chair, because You know, I have another question, I guess, for Mr. Hoskins. If this is considered a policy decision for the legislature, then why is the agency coming in on my pesticide bill as an opponent? That's a policy decision as well.
Senator Rude, let's stick to this bill, Senate Bill 20. Your bill is to be decided
This is very
outside.
valid.
It's a valid question, but you can ask Mr. Hoggett out in the hallway.
Fine.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Any other questions? Will the sponsor care to close?
Well, Madam Chair, we understand Mr. Safetruck's concerns, but we don't think that this bill is going to hurt the state of Montana or Main Street businesses. I urge you to please pass Senate Bill 20. It's good for Montana agriculture. Thank you.
Thank you. This closes the hearing on Senate Bill 20. I'd like to